Hi, I'm Warren Reed, and today we're going to explore how otherwise successful, well-run, and well-intentioned Fortune 500 companies and Tier 1 integrators end up in software failure litigation. In this actual case, a large state child support and enforcement system mandated by feds needed to be implemented, as the state was fined approximately $15 per year every year it didn't have the system. It was already several years late. The state engaged a huge Tier 1 software developer and integrator to build and implement the system. The project was already 3 years past the original 2-year estimate when it was terminated. It was stuck in systems testing, never ready for implementation. I was brought in to find out what happened. Here's how it went down. First, the customer negotiated in good faith, expecting the integrator to do the same. The purpose of the contract is to flush out and allocate risks before the project begins and assign responsibility for those risks. But the integrator made several material false promises to secure the engagement, which the customer reasonably relied upon to award the job. Next, specifically, the integrator's estimates were not based on relevant historical metrics, comparable systems development, or industry standard parametric models. The integrator hid the calendar concerns, hoping to save time by moving to agile methods, a false assumption. Then the integrator's promised A-team never showed. The replacement staff were unqualified and couldn't perform the integrator's best practices. Best staff on the project arranged to get themselves reassigned off this dying project. The integrator threw incomplete, poor quality work over the fence to the customer to finish and approve, which the customer didn't have the skills to perform. That's why they hired the integrator. Rosier and actual project status reports lacked actual metrics to keep the project on track. Overestimated earned value and unmanaged critical path meant the risk of not meeting the go-live dates with suitable high-quality system was extremely high. By the time I got there, the schedule had been extended 4 times, the cost had grown to over twice the original estimate, and the integrators kept repeating the same mistakes. Unwise methodology shortcuts caused big foreseeable problems later. The JAD sessions were without prototyping. Requirements were contradictory and misunderstood. The design that followed, although technically good, followed bad requirements and therefore had to be bad. The RTM was abandoned. Code quality was not reviewed. Next, testing was shortcut at every stage level to keep the project moving. The code was still promoted. The absolute number of test data scenarios were insufficient. Defect symptoms were addressed, not root causes. Automated regression testing suite was not created or used appropriately, and the GUI was inconsistent throughout the system. Testing was poorly planned and executed. The certified test bros were not used. The 5-month systems test expanded to 18 months, with each fix cycle uncovering more errors. The system test pattern of errors proved that they were injected in earlier phases. The cost to fix the defects thus rose exponentially. Status reports hid the gravity of the pattern and that project was in crisis. When approached, the integrator was either unwilling or unable to fix the weaknesses. Then neither party knew how much work, rework, and effort remained. The integrator could not reliably estimate a go-live date. No mutual plan to resource, rework, retrain, and proceed could be agreed to. Finger-pointing was rampant. I was asked to analyze, and I testified among other opinions that A. Continuing with the current project management, staff, seat-of-the-pants systems development lifecycle, error patterns, and lack of useful QA and IV&V, the project would take 10 more years to deliver, which is a mathematical way of saying it could not be accomplished. B, my overview of case artifacts led me to opine that there was little or no reuse value. No integrator would want to be responsible to fix, complete, and maintain this low-quality system that the original integrator itself could not finish testing. Termination and lawsuits resulted. Everyone loses. it's the same old story again.